Okay, tonight we're going to make a cake. It's an Oreo cake. I have found that this cake goes over real well at parties and celebrations. Initially, I made this cake for my daughter's birthday, and everyone seemed to love it so much that we decided to make it for her graduation as well. So the ingredients that we're going to need are, I have recipes for everybody if you'd like to look over the recipe and follow along as I make the cake. Olivia.
Thank you, Paula.
All right, Tim. Thank you for that. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we have all of our ingredients. The cake calls for a 2-layer devil's food cake. So here's our box for devil's food cake. It also calls for a package of semi-sweet chocolate chips, which will go on the glaze with some butter. Philadelphia cream cheese. The butter and the cream cheese need to both be at room temperature so that they can mix easy. It calls for 12 Oreos crushed, and it calls for Cool Whip, which will be mixed with the cream cheese for filling with the Oreos for the cake. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to mix our cake using our cake mix. It needs to be in an oven that has been preheated to 350 degrees. So we're going to start our oven so it can be preheating. And I'll open our cake mix. We put our cake mix in a bowl, and we're going to add 3 eggs to the cake mix, half a cup of vegetable oil or canola oil. We're going to add a cup of water, and then we're going to mix that for 2 minutes on medium speed with the hand mixer. After our cake has been mixed, we're going to put it into 2 prepared pans. We can spray our pans with some Pam or any type of spray. We divide our batter out into the 2 pans because this cake calls for a 2-layer cake. And if you drop a little bit on the floor, that'll be okay. So then we put our cake into the oven to bake for 24 minutes at 350 degrees. Okay. Meanwhile, we're going to use a cake that I've already prepared to save time. I cooked this cake before we started this presentation, so we're going to use it. We take the 2 cake layers, we put 1 cake layer on our cake dish, and we are going to cream together the cream cheese along with the Cool Whip. And I'm going to use my stand mixer for this because it is more powerful and it creams the cream cheese together better with the Cool Whip rather than the hand mixer. Hand mixers tend to burn up when you use something like cream cheese to mix them because it's a heavy product. So we're going to add our Cool Whip. Let me get another spatula. Like I said, this cake has gone over real well. We have made it a couple of times and we haven't had any left. For my daughter's birthday, we had it at Outback for her birthday, and we had the waiters bring it out. When they brought the cake out, they wanted to know what kind of cake it was, so we offered them a piece of cake. they ended up eating the cake and telling everybody else in the kitchen. And when we got ready to leave, we had no cake left. So that's always a good sign. You know it was a good cake. While that's mixing, we're gonna melt half a stick of butter and 1 package of chocolate chip, semi-sweet chocolate chips together in the microwave. This will be used for a glazing on top of the cake. The glaze will harden up once it's made, and it'll make a very nice topping for the cake. So we put this in here for about a minute and a half until it gets melted. Mixed, we're going to add our Oreos together. We're going to fold those in. Folding is just an easy way of stirring them in. You don't want to stir them too hard because you don't want them broken into more pieces. I put 12 Oreos in a plastic bag, and the best way to crumble them up is just to do what I'm doing here. That way you don't get your hands dirty and have them all in the Oreos. I'm going to pour them in, use a spatula to fold them. Does anybody have any questions so far? Nothing? Nobody has a question?
Does it have any icing or something that's going to go on top?
It has the chocolate and the butter that's going to go on the top. It's going to make like a hard chocolate glaze. Good question. Okay, so then once we get that finished, we take this and we spoon it on top of this bottom layer. And then we take our second layer and we place it on top. And it looks like an Oreo cookie. Therefore, there's where the name Oreo came from. So we have it all assembled. Now we're stirring the chocolate with the butter until the chocolate's all melted. Okay, and then we take this, and once it's all melted, we pour it on top of the cake, and voila, we have a nice coating for the cake. We're going to let that sit there for about 5 or 10 minutes until it hardens up. And who wants cake?
Yay! We all do.
Yeah. Great. Thank you for coming, and I hope y'all enjoy the cake.